Yo, what is good, people? So, I'm still kind of sick, but I'm getting over it. My voice is somewhat back, or almost all the way back, so bear with me for this video. But I have to talk about this, guys, because we actually might have the first officially announced, not rescinded, but still meant it, confirmation of a Nintendo NX game. So we all know that last year that Square Enix did announce Dragon Quest XI was coming to the Nintendo NX, 3DS, and PS4, and later said they're considering it after they realized that they kind of messed up. But this is not what happened with this game, Puzzlebox Setup sequel. This is a game, Puzzlebox Setup, that came out for the Nintendo 3DS last year or so. But the developer said that the sequel is going to be coming to PC and Nintendo NX, and he went even a little bit further and said that this game is made for the Nintendo NX. And this was basically asking a question like, hey, is the 3DS version going to get an update that brings it in line with the PC version? And he said no. The developer's name, it's from a studio called Bplus, and his name is Bernd Geiblinger. I think it's Bernd Geiblinger. I might be saying that wrong. You guys can correct me in the comment section below. So let's go and take a look at what he said. This was in response to someone asking if the 3DS is going to get an update for the sequel that he did announce. He said, not possible. This game is made for NX, but modified to be released on Steam earlier, because sadly I'm not able to wait till NX and need to release the game soon. The NX version will also be able to share levels and receive updates like the PC version. Bplus adds that the NX version will also utilize 8 different colors as opposed to the Steam's limit of 4 colors, thanks to quotations, which opens the possibilities to completely different pictures and modes for the NX version. You will definitely see QB, which I think is the main character, traveling back to the old bit eras on NX. Stay tuned, cannot talk about something specific before Nintendo announces the new platform. So this is very interesting because he said this game is made for NX, then modified for Steam. That says a lot. That one kind of points to him actually developing the game, or knowing the innards of the NX system, having a dev kit, or knowing the innards enough to say that, hey, this game is definitely coming to NX because I know enough information to talk about that, then say, hey, we'll just modify it to Steam. And that also says another thing. It could say that the NX architecture is very similar to x86, or is x86 architecture, so you can get easy PC back to NX ports, things like that, possibly PS4 to NX, Xbox One to NX ports. So that does kind of say that Nintendo has kind of moved away from the Power PC, potentially. Now, could it be that they're still doing the proprietary hardware? It could be, but this definitely leads to believe some of those, at least gets the talks going that Nintendo has definitely switched from what the Wii and the Wii U do, which is actually somewhat, I would say, given at this point. Nintendo says that they are going to move completely away from the Wii and Wii U brand. So it really does seem like this developer is actually gearing up for the NX coming out either this year or obviously next year. And beside that whole point, I don't want to get into that because that's just going to lead to a whole other can of worms. It's just interesting to see that this is like the first officially announced game for the Nintendo NX outside of like what Square Enix said, or anything kind of the shade that Nintendo's done, like, oh, well, we want Mario to lead the next, console, or Metroid might be on the next console. This is like the first game that said, hey, this is made for Nintendo NX. This is coming to Nintendo NX, and then modified for Steam. That's exciting yet scary at the same time. I'm happy that this developer came out and said some of these things, because it makes it seem to me, at least from what I'm looking at, from my point of view, it makes it seem like it's going to be easy to modify things to put on Steam and vice versa, and that's what you want. You want more developers saying, hey, the Nintendo NX is easy to make, we can make our games for it first, and then we can put it out on other systems. You just want to see developers be excited about the system. You want to see developers say, hey, we can use new things, and that's what you got from this. You got developers saying, hey, we can do more than what we can do on Steam. We can use more colors because of the control setup. Hey, we can do this, like, because of the Nintendo NX. So that's what you want to see. You want to see developers just say, we can put it out on there first, that'll be easy to do, that we can do more, and hopefully we have more developers come out and say that. I mean, I'm thinking we're going to see that, just because Nintendo knew what happened with the Wii U. They know why developers aren't developing on it. They know why developers didn't want to. They can't have a repeat of that. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, Nintendo's going to do the same thing. No, they're not. They've already said it a million times. They've already said that they're going to move away from the Wii and the Wii U branding, the Wii and the Wii U systems, and they're going to do something completely different. And it's pretty obvious to see that developers just jump ship, even from Nintendo 3DS, where it has pretty much no Western developers making games on it, and a few Japanese developers here and there. Even that type of proprietary software isn't attracting developers despite the units that it's sold. So So Nintendo obviously needs to change some things up if they want to get more developers on board to make games for their systems. I'm not trying to think this indie developers were like, oh my gosh, since he's making a game, all of a sudden all developers are going to do that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying that it's just encouraging to see that you can easily make PC to Nintendo NX features go across as far as sharing levels and things like that, and it can be modified. The NX version can be modified for Steam. That's just good news across the board. It gives me hope that Nintendo has realized some of their past mistakes, and hopefully they can make a powerful and easy to develop for system going forward in the future, so developers have all the tools that they need to port efficiently and effectively. So let me know what you guys think about this. This is the first pretty much official announced Nintendo NX game, Puzzlebox Setup. It should be launching pretty soon for Steam here, and I'm thinking maybe later this year for Nintendo NX, whatever it turns out to be. If the NX does come out this year, or if it's next year, whenever it does. 2016 is going to be one of the most interesting Nintendo years in history. I mean, it's going to be absolutely insane. But anyway, that wraps it up for this video. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you for the next video. Peace.